Sirius as our blue Zerg in the 11 o'clock position, representing FX Open Esports. Against his opponent in the 5 o'clock position, DeathAngel representing eSahara as our green Zerg. So ZVZ on Ohana, yet again, we have a natural pretty close to the ramp, so that means there's not a lot of distance. You can defend that natural pretty easily. You also have that 2 force field sized ramp leading up into the natural, so not that hard to defend, similar to Sandshore Mist in that regard. Yep. I wonder if we'll see a lot of Ling Baneling aggression like we have in the first 2 games again. Or if, due to the maybe slightly longer rush distance, if maybe these players are going to try to play a little bit more of a defensive game. It can be pretty darn hard if your opponent tries to go really fast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is that a 9 pull?
Go ahead, my friend.
I think it was a 9 pull. Or was it 10
was
pull?
Was it? I think it was 10. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, 10 pull would make more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's going to go, it looks like, is he going to keep that gas? Or is it going to be a supply?
It's double gas trick.
Double gas trick.
Yeah, up to 12, yeah.
So he's going to go for quite a bit of early Zerglings here.
Yeah, this is the standard 10 pull strat. Double extractor trick, then into Overlord. Overlord should be finishing around the same time as the spawning pool, and then you get a nice economy behind it, but you get such an early pool, you get those really early lings, whereas, wow, not even a 15 hatch, a 16 hatch coming out here from DeathAngel. DeathAngel taking a big risk by going for such an economically oriented strategy here, and this is a tough decision for him here. We got to watch. Is he going to go gas or is he going to go pool? Because if you go gas first, you're more prepared against the later banelings, but you're not as prepared against the early pools. Whereas if you go pool first, yeah, you're going to be better off against something like a 10 pool, but then if your opponent had gone for like 14 gas, 14 pool, early banelings, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So he decides to go for the pool. That's going to help him out in this situation, but it still might not be early enough. Although actually, Sirius doesn't make a lot of lings. Oh, yeah, he does. Okay, 8 total, and he is getting gas. Okay, yeah. All right, he's getting gas behind it. He will be going for banelings after this. I don't know. See how well DeathAngel is going to be prepared. He's going to need some excellent drone control.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little bit surprised. What do you think about like a spine crawler, a rogue spine crawler in your opponent's base in this position, trying to sneak a drone? Oh, it looks like DeathAngel's gotten around for that. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. I think it's one of those things that you do like while you're being aggressive with the link. Like as your links get there, you drop a spine, and it can work. It can just kind of put a timer on your opponent. But it is pretty risky. I know it's a pretty big investment this early in the game. Link's trying to be aggressive though. Onto those drones, want to deny any of that mining and any of that gas mining as well. He's forced to just kind of keep engaging onto the lings until his lings pop out. We just have 4 lings on the way from DeathAngel still though. There we go, finally 6. Double queen as well. Drones going down though, engaging right onto the lings. He's losing so many drones, but of course the lings are going down as well. But the baneling nest is already a quarter of the way done for Sirius, and I am scared as hell for DeathAngel right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, and this is a foreigner. We don't want the foreigner to die. So yeah,
look at the income. Ooh, he already negated all of the economic advantage that DeathAngel had. This is gonna be just. It's one of those situations where it's not impossible for DeathAngel to win. He just needs to have like the best micro in the world. His controls have to be so clean to make up for that 35-second differential in baneling nest timing.
Yeah, and the baneling's being morphed in just now, up to 4. Probably gonna make a 5th. Yeah, there it is. And how is DeathAngel going to hold this? Has 2 queens at his ramp. That's a good thing for sure.
50 energy on one, 42 on another. So kind of pulling a Leenox style double queen block on the ramp. He might be able to just double transfuse these if the banelings try to bust it. And he's so smart, left all of his drones on the main, none of the natural. So this might cause him to lose his hatchery if he can't get his banelings up in time. But at the very least, he's not going to lose any drones to this aggression if he does that queen block correctly. Banelings try to get in.
Okay.
Wow. But he is going to lose his hatchery.
He only has 9 drones right now. Looks like Sirius is droning up a bit too. Killed the hatchery. He's like, okay, I'm going to transition a little behind this. And both these players droning up. They're both going to be on 2 bases. But DeathAngel, or Sirius, I should say, does have all those units on the field. 4 banelings just poised for any mistake his opponent makes. Going to try to engage here.
Oh, wow.
And that was not good for Sirius, I don't think.
That was excellent for DeathAngel. Yeah. That's why it's such a big risk to send your banelings up there. To lose 4 banelings to 1 baneling of DeathAngel, that's just absolutely huge. So DeathAngel may have pulled himself a little bit back into this. I think he would be a lot more worried if the hatchery were already on the way for Sirius, but Sirius didn't take any expansion behind this. And DeathAngel knows this. He has an Overlord right over it. So both players just playing on 1 base here, and DeathAngel's already moving a spine crawler down the low ground. He's preparing there. His hatchery is going down. Nice. He's going to take the defensive stance here, and he still has both queens alive with enough energy to double transfuse on the ramp. So I'm starting to wonder, with Sirius having such a big advantage earlier on, why didn't he take a hatchery behind it? I feel like he's actually allowing Death Angel to get back into the game now.
Yeah, I agree. Look at the income right now. Well, it's even. Death Angel was ahead a tad, and we'll have to keep on that an eye on that drone production. I love this little pseudo wall off from Death Angel, positioning the spine in such a way where he can just position his queens and prevent a run by from happening. That being said, he just moved it, so completely ruined everything I just said. But Sirius, I wonder if he's going to try to still be aggressive with these lings. You have him on the field. Why not threaten a little bit? But there is a Baneling hiding behind those queens. I love it. It's like a trap. He's trying. He wants the link. Oh, bring the Baneling forward, but Sirius going to back away. Pretty cool play there by Death Angel.
Yeah, he's defending excellently right now. This type of play requires really good control and a lot of patience and calmness. So the hatchery goes down for Sirius, but it's so much later than Death Angel's. Death Angel's going to have a pretty big advantage as a result. Both players trying to drone up behind this, but Death Angel has droned up just a little bit more than Sirius has. He knows he's safe. He knows with these double queens, with his banelings, and with the spine, he's in a good position. So all of a sudden, even though Sirius looked to be so far ahead earlier on in this game, it's starting to look like Death Angel actually has a Ling run by into the main. This could absolutely change all of that if this queen goes down with so much energy. If too many drones go down, it could absolutely be brutal. The queen does go down with almost 100 energy. And 4 Banelings morphing in over there to be able to try to go into the mineral line. This is just such a tough situation for Death Angel to deal with.
Gosh, you gotta have a Baneling at the top of your ramp or something there to prevent that Ling run by, because you know that's on Sirius's mind. You know he has those Lings on the field and that he's gonna be poised to take advantage of any mistake you decide to make. Now 4 Banelings are in the main base of Death Angel. Hilariously enough, leaving the main base, going to the natural expansion, trying to find those drones. The drone's gonna try to split up as optimally as possible, but there's 5, 6, down to 4. The Spike Killer doing a decent amount of damage. And Sirius not going to be able to do too much with these Banelings, at least as bad as it could have been.
That was pretty good.
But still, Death Angel, like, not in a good position at all.
Not at all, man. 13 Harvesters to 30 right now. So even though, I mean, it really shows how back and forth ZVZ can be, how dynamic of a matchup it is. Like, Sirius was ahead early on, and then Death Angel was like, nope, I'm actually defending so well with my natural, and then one Ling run by changes everything. All of a sudden, Sirius is ridiculously far ahead. How is Death Angel going to pull a similar type of move and get back into this? I mean, he doesn't have the economy to make a whole bunch of Lings to do a similar move. I don't know what he's going to do with the Roach follow-up that's coming from Sirius.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some sort of timing attack, I would imagine, from the Blue Zerg player behind. Let's see his gas. I wonder if he's going to put an Evo chamber down and get a +1 or something. But more Lings trying to run into the main base of Death Angel from Sirius, not able to do too much damage. And there's 7 roaches, so he just might go like not behind any timing. But that being said, making drones and the gas, so not completely committing to this. But then again, 7 roaches might do a significant amount of damage to Death Angel right now.
Yeah, interestingly, Death Angel actually starting +1 and then adding his Roach Horn, so he's really trying to get that +1 Roach timing out. If he doesn't die, if he somehow doesn't die to Sirius's Roach attack, he'll be in a good position with that +1 so much earlier.
I agree.
But it's going to be hard to hold this. I'm actually really surprised Sirius made so many drones instead of just purely producing units. He's finally starting to reproduce now, and he's going to have Speedlings reinforcing across the map. An excellent choice since they'll reinforce so much quicker than Roaches will. And there's only 1 Spine Crawler, a couple Lings, and 1 Baneling, but there is enough energy for 2 Transfuses from this Queen, so this is going to be a really tough hold for Death Angel. Oh no, he loses the Queen with 50 energy. Oh my god, Baneling's going to the middle line. He doesn't split up, he loses 7 drones, and now this should be GG. I mean, he doesn't have any defenses, and Roaches and Lings are streaming in.
Death Angel is going to fall here. Sirius just making all the right moves here, getting that Ling run by earlier on in the game, and Death Angel gonna try to make 6 roaches here. +1 is about 60% of the way done, but more and more units being reinforced by Sirius. Death Angel is gonna need a disconnect or something like in ranking games.
Yeah,
parting.
how sad.
But a foreigner.
How sad that was.
Yeah. You were there, weren't you?
I was there. I wish I could have been sitting next to Dustin Browder at the time. That picture was so epic of him, but yeah, it was pretty depressing. Anyways, there's the GG called out. Sirius takes the 2-1 victory. Like, such a slight mistake by Death Angel. 1 Baneling, as you said, on the top of the ramp could have prevented that entire attack from doing any damage. Or if he had kept his double Queen block there, he got a little bit overconfident and left to inject in his main. Nice play by Sirius, though. He's moving on, and unfortunately, that means that's the last of the foreigners for this week's weekly.
Yeah, he did pretty. I mean, he beat next stream Xen Extreme, so that's good for him, obviously. But it came close to beating Sirius too. Again, just one little tiny small mistake, and it's going to cost you, especially in a mirror matchup, especially in ZVZ. You can't let that happen, and DeathAngel paid for it. So Sirius is going to advance to the next round. Speaking of the next round.
Indeed he is. We will be moving on to round 3, guys, but we are going to take a quick 5-minute break before we move on to round 3. Doing a lot of casting, of course. Just going to get a drink, get a snack, get ready to jump into this next game. You should do the same. Go grab yourself some chips, get yourself a drink, grab your friends. Maybe they're sitting around watching football. You're like, no, get over here, watch some StarCraft.
It's not football season, man.
Oh, whatever, man. You know I don't
Unless you're talking about
I don't follow sports. I'm sorry.
European football, which I'd be okay.
Follow esports. Yeah, European football.
You gotta know it's not football season.
Sorry, man.
Wow. Okay.
It's something season. It's something season. You know,
oh
like
my gosh.
it's like early spring. Why are they not
You could
playing
have said
football?
hockey. You could have said
Doesn't,
baseball.
like, doesn't. Why would they not? When is football season? Fall.
It's always winter. Fall, winter.
Why? Why? Isn't spring a great time to play football? It's like nice and warm, but not too warm. It's like got the flowers and the bright sun and all those nice spring things. Like, right?
I'm sure someone out there somewhere is playing football, so I guess
I'm sure.
I'll give you some credit for that.
Even like high school football or something going on. I don't know.
Pick up game somewhere.
Anyways, guys, don't go anywhere or go, but be back. This is going to be a 5-minute break. And we'll be right back to jump into round 3 and just give you a preview. In round 3, I believe our first match is going to be Xenex's Life, which I'm just a huge fan of that player, against Fnatic's Biol. I don't know that guy, but I'm excited to see how he's going to play against Life. So it should be a fun game. Be back here at, right now it's 10:50 Eastern time, guys. So be back at 10:55 or whatever 55 for whatever time zone you're in. Should be fun times.